live from the Cactus Creek at Ibri. He is the king of prime time, Ghana's undisputed entertainment laureate, and still the youngest old man in Ghana. Put your hands together, show some love for the indefatigable KSM.
It's the KSM Show.
Hello, we're back. As I always say, I'm very excited. And then you know, I'm having a guest today. Today, let me tell you something. Your whole experience, it will be like you are eavesdropping on the conversation I'm having with my friend. It is sure I mean, and then you want some more. Why am I saying
I know,
the guest that I have, man, we go back some few years back, not that way back, but actually I find if he was much older, I would have called him the godfather of entertainment, but I don't know whether I can say the godson of entertainment. He's somebody who's very, very well versed in the entertainment and showbiz industry. His knowledge is amazing. But let me shut up and introduce the man that we call Sammy, otherwise known as Flex. Flex, welcome to the Akwabo, Flex, how you doing, man?
I'm doing very good, Godfather. I'm doing very good. And I'm so happy to be talking to you today. I know it has been my plan to visit you in the studio, but unfortunately, life struggles putting me here and there. But I'll surely make it up to you one day, very, very soon.
It doesn't matter. I have you, man. And folks, we are taking a commercial break. When we come back, many Sammy won't come up, baby. So stick around. We'll be right back.
KSM Show.
Folks, I wanted to join this program next week because I have a very, very exciting time with the Ghanaians who decided we're going to drive all the way from Accra to London. What motivated them? Don't worry, they'll be in the studio next week and we get a chance to chat with them. Okay, folks, I've been talking about the fantastic new restaurant that has opened at East Legon, Corridor Gardens. Now, the great news is that you can go visit and take a look at the place. It's available for parties, for get-togethers, you know. So just go and take a look there and arrange with them, and they will cater your party or any get-together that you want to organize. And the number to reach them is 0508 757 571.
KSM Essentials has good news for you. If you're in Takoradi and its environs, don't worry. You can pick up KSM Essentials jacket at Ruler Unisex Boutique in Anaji, Takoradi, Queen of Peace in Takofo Road. Call or WhatsApp 0544 548766.
Cactus Creek. It is no longer Ghana's best kept secret. It's an open secret. So serene, so heavenly. And the meals? Just like home cooking. Cactus Creek. Your soul will thank you. Call or WhatsApp 055-039-5007.
I know there are many of you who are interested in studying in either the USA or Canada. And for most of you, the test is the stumbling block. FX Hub is the only place that can train you to take and pass the test. It's the leading test training center in Africa. Call FX Hub on
0244 829 955. 0244 829 955.
Pulse Fitness Center, the premier destination for fitness in Ghana. Meet the indefatigable captain.
There are 3 things that I love doing. Number 1, workout. Number 2, workout. Number 3, workout. Workout put mind, soul, and body together.
The captain has spoken.
We're getting busy. Bright lights, yeah, they make me dizzy. Logo liggy. I just want the Lizzie. It's a logo liggy. Uptown, chasing for the Lizzie. Downtown, everybody busy. Logo liggy. Life be logo liggy. I just want the
Paul's Fitness Center. East Legon Branch, Lizzie Sports Complex, Cotton Street, East Legon, Accra, Ghana, 0302 519 675. Kumasi branches, Officers Mess Branch, Denyame, Major Kobina Drive, Kumasi, 0541 871 602. Golden Tulip, Kumasi City Branch, Rain Tree Street, 0322 492 647. Pulse, the premier destination for fitness in Ghana.
say what lie we for run town.
The KSM Show.
Okay, we're back. And as you know, thanks to technology, my train Sammy for an interview. I only had time on my studio. Me say, okay, thanks to Zoom, I'll come to you wherever you are. So as you can see him, he's chilling in the sky today. And Sammy, even before I start this interview, I heard that you are now one of the members of the Shatta Wale management team.
Oh, yes, very true, very true. I now work closely with him as part of his management team and people who are controlling his affairs for now. So if you heard it, it is not a lie. It is true. Just as I have been doing this show business for some time, I'm sure he has also been a good friend, a good artist that I have been supporting just as I do for any other artist. And it has gotten to a time that I also add my knowledge, my experience to what he has built over the years as a successful artist. So yes, really and truly, at the moment, if you are looking for Shatta Wale and you find me, you are sure going to get him.
Are you one of the reasons he hasn't come to my show? My inviting now. So, what's the story? I've invited him.
No, he calls you Godfather. And anytime your name is mentioned to him, he actually gives you all the respect that you deserve. As a matter of fact, what I know is that at the moment he's working on his album, that is the Connect album. So he's not doing much media rounds now. And hopefully the album is expected to be released in October. And right after that, he will be coming there. Right after that, you'll be meeting him. So you do a review of the album with him. That one I can assure you. Maybe because of the album and the rounds. And now he also has his business. That's the Shagzy ride-hailing app business. That has also kept him a little busy because it is still a growing business and he needs to spend more time with the staff and managers of the institution. So coupled with all these and the album preparations, I'm sure that is why he has not been available. But very soon, you are going to see him.
Welcome, my team, man. I believe you. but Sammy, let's get to this.
Very well.
You have been in showbiz for such a long time. Even I remember you were on Plus FM when I had my first interview with you, right?
True. I was at Plus FM then at Santa Maria.
Yes, that far back. And I remember telling you after the interview that, Charlie, we a great interviewer. What can I say? Because when it comes to interviews.
I remember this very well. And I'm sure we've been living to that billing even till now. Everywhere we are, we make sure we score.
By all means. But you left Plus FM, you've been with Zylofon, you've been with Class TV now. Everywhere you go, you're doing showbiz.
Exactly.
What is this interest and fascination with showbiz for you?
Well, during my journalism school days, I realized that I could do one thing, and that thing I could do was to promote. I did not have that power of being argumentative, having an agenda to push some things that even you might not believe in, just as politics is done here in Ghana. Because I studied the environment and I knew the people who were doing politics and the kind of political journalism they were doing. I knew very well my style, my attitude, my character, my behavior wouldn't permit me to enter into that particular zone. So what I found very comfortable, and again, from the background, from times that I even wanted to become a rapper, started recording some songs way back in Nkoko. Oh, of course, I recorded songs way back in Nkoko. So there was a little bit of showbiz in me even before journalism. Then knowing I couldn't do the political journalism, the best I could do was to do it for show business because I had the knowledge then and I had some interest, I had some experience in the showbiz thing. So even before even radio, remember I had a Flex Entertainment newspaper.
Yes, I was going to get to that. You said was that your beginnings when you said Flex newspaper? It was an entertainment show newspaper.
Yes, that was my beginning with the entertainment journalism thing. The newspaper days. With men like your own son, Osafo Anthony, Kwame Dazi, and the rest of them. That was when we were rolling show business through the newspaper way. So it was after newspaper that we wanted to do what we were writing in the newspapers on radio. So we contacted Plus FM. They should give us some Sunday slots for us to come review some of the wonderful features and articles and stories that have been publishing in the newspaper. And thanks to Nana Otujando then, as well as Kwame Jokoto, they granted us some 2 hours on Sundays afternoon for it was called Flex on Plus then. The show graduated. They saw the influence and the impact of the show on the platform, and they moved it onto their morning platform, which was AM Plus, and that actually started the first ever entertainment daily morning show here in Accra. It was not done by anybody then. It was started by Plus FM, Sammy Flex, who was not even a trained broadcaster, moved into that zone, and we killed it.
You did. Because I remember telling you, if there's anyone who wasn't too heavy into the politics in the morning and they wanted a relaxing place where they could escape from the politics, the morning show at Plus FM was the best escape point. And you did it for a while there, and you left and went where? But what happened to that? Yeah, go ahead.
So I think, once again, Ghana media and managerial issues has always been one of the veins of making sure that programs and stations are sustained. Way back at Plus FM, I think what caused whatever happened was managerial. Owners were not too happy with how the station was being managed. Owners were having issues one way or the other with handlers of the station. And because of that, the owner actually called for a halt of all programs for a reshuffle. And that was when I could not wait. So it was not as if I stopped and the station operated. In fact, when I stopped, the station also came to a halt because at that time there was nothing happening. They just were playing songs. I think we even went off air for some time before they came back to start operations again. So yes, it was managerial issues between station owners and the handlers of the station. That was what caused me to exit Plus FM then.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to fast forward. Then I remember you had a stint with the Zylofon FM. You became their communications director or manager, and you also did your showbiz program on Zylofon TV, right?
Exactly. So my Zylofon story is actually an interesting one. I was introduced to Zylofon Media. Then they were doing only music. I was introduced there by Kumi Guitar, who was also one artist I have supported during my radio days on Plus FM. And I think I went to Atinka TV too for some time, who I supported throughout all these platforms. So when he got affiliated to the Zylofon music brand and he needed someone to be his manager, to be his assistant, he saw the need to invite me, knowing that even from afar I have been doing that for him. So if he gets this opportunity and he draws me closer, I'm going to even do it better for him than I was usually. So he called me in to be his manager of a sort at Zylofon Music. During my time there, I was actually involved in the activities of artist signing, artist management, and all that. So it came to a time where I advised Nana Apia Mason, aka Number One, that because we have been doing artist signing, management, and promotion, but the fact that we don't have platforms, aka radio and TV, it was becoming hard for us to promote our works. And I knew at the time we had the resources to get our own platforms, that is radio and TV. So that was when I also advised management that if you can invest into this, one, it will reduce our cost of expenditure, because at that time, if you put our money down for promotion for radio and TV, KSM, trust me, it will blow your mind. So if you had the resources, if you had the capacity to own one, why are we not doing it? Then I advised that we get our own platforms. And one saw the wisdom in what I suggested, and we went in for radio platforms, we went in for TV platforms,
so
and we started.
Let me understand this. You joined Zylofon mainly to manage artists, just to handle artists. That's how you.
In fact, that was how the acquisition of those platforms came by. Honestly, that was how the acquisition of those platforms came by. So initially, if you were in there, you realize that it was not for purely commercial purposes. And of course, these were things that were discussed internally then. Nanapia will tell you, okay, I have artists that I need to promote, I have business that I need to promote. So as you've suggested, let's get onto it to do this. And initially, it was not mainly commercial purposes. So it was after the operation started that once again, I saw the need that, okay, we have been able to do the artists at the time successfully. So why not? If they are still around and we still have other platforms to do at other times and slots to do other things, why are we not commercializing it? Then once again, it was agreed and we went commercial with it for some time until our misfortune, and it is what it is.
I like until the misfortune. We're going to take a short commercial break. When we come back, I'm going to take it from your misfortune, and then stick around. We'll be right back.
The KSM Show.
Folks, I wanted to join this program next week because I have a very exciting time with the Ghanaians who decided we're going to drive all the way from Accra to London. What motivated them? Don't worry, they'll be in the studio next week and we get a chance to chat with them. Okay, folks, I've been talking about the fantastic new restaurant that has opened at East Legon, Corridor Gardens. Now, the great news is that you can go visit, take a look at the place. It's available for parties, for get-togethers, So just go and take a look there and arrange with them, and they will cater your party or any get-together that you want to organize. And the number to reach them is 0508 757 571.
Cactus Creek. It is no longer Ghana's best kept secret. It's an open secret. So serene, so heavenly. And the meals? Just like home cooking. Cactus Creek. Your soul will thank you. Call or WhatsApp 055-039-5007.
I know there are many of you who are interested in studying in either the USA or Canada. And for most of you, the test is the stumbling block. FX Hub is the only place that can train you to take and pass the test. It's the leading test training center in Africa. Call FX Hub on
0244 829 955. 0244 829 955.
Louisa. Azipa Essentials has good news for you. If you're in Takoradi and its environs, don't worry. You can pick up Azipa Essentials jacket at Ruler Unisex Boutique in Anaji, Takoradi, Queen of Peace in Takofo Road. Call or WhatsApp 0544 548766.
KSM Show.
Okay, folks, we're back from the commercial break. And just before the commercial break, we talk about something very exciting that I want to get into. Sammy Flex, you talk about during your unfortunate incident or after you had to leave, you resigned from Zylofon.
Yeah.
I remember that at one point, Shatta was signed to, was he ever signed to Zylofon?
Yes, Shatta was signed to Zylofon right after Stonebwoy also joined. Before that, there was a Becca, there was a Joyce Blessing, there was Bibini. Kumi Guitar was the first artist to be signed, and Stonebwoy joined, and Shatta also came in.
And that was all mostly you?
Yes, but midway, when the media started operations, I was moved from music to come handle the media, to come handle the media, as in the radio and TV. That was when men like Arnold Asamoah Beidu, Bulldog, and co also came in. So when Shatta joined Zylofon, I was still with Zylofon, but not actively with Zylofon music. At that time, the media was operating and I was managing the media wing, that is the radio and the TV. We needed other heads to also manage the music. So Bulldog, Arnold Asamoah Beidu and co, they came in. So when Shatta joined Zylofon music, I was actively not with Zylofon music, rather with Zylofon.
Okay. But this question, what happened? At one point, Zylofon was it when it came to showbiz, when it came to entertainment, when it came to signing on artists. Zylofon was it. So how did it crumble so quickly and so fast? And then you had to resign quickly. Can you give me a little bit of insight into what happened?
I think it was it all started when our boss's issue with the government. That is, our boss had a mother company called Menzgold, the gold trading business he was doing here in Ghana. I want to believe all our woes at Zylofon started when our boss's issue also came up, when Menzgold was having issues with the government, and at the time, because he was still the owner of Zylofon, and again, he was managing Zylofon with everything he had. The moment one arm was affected, obviously, it affected the arm of Zylofon Media, because he was the same person who was overseeing all these arms. So obviously, when it happens like that, any other business that he is managing would also be affected. And it even became intense when he was held up, or he was arrested in Dubai for almost a year or maybe more. And at the time, throughout his stay in Dubai, we had to manage the company on our own. We had to work and try to take care of staff members of Zylofon Media, especially. And those months or those moments were really scary moments, knowing that if you are not going to make money for yourself, then it means you're not going to be paid. Most of the staff members went for so many months without getting paid, including myself and including the top guns like Black Rasta, Chastile, and all the big names who were there. So yes, those times were really trying moments, but we did our best. We held the fort till finally he was released from Dubai to join us here in Ghana. And I can tell you that when he also came back, that was some glorious moments, knowing that we were able to hold the fort for him to come back all the way from Dubai to come join us. But I even remember that even during his times there, we were still communicating. Sometimes you call and still encourage us, motivate us. You guys should continue holding us. Our time will come. I'll be here. I'll be living here. We come back to continue with this and all. So yes, during those times, things were really tough. As a matter of fact, knowing you had families to take care of, wife and children to take care of. You were working. You were not being paid. And at that time, even doing business was a little shaky because you go somewhere, you mention Zylofon and they are talking Menzgold. You go somewhere when you are talking Zylofon, they are talking Menzgold.
How did that affect you as a person? Because here you were managing the station, you know, you became the face of the station, if you will, at that time. And as you just said, everywhere you go, they will link you up with the Menzgold crisis. You weren't working, well, you were working, but you weren't getting paid. As a personally, how did it affect you? How were you taking care of home and the rest of the other people? But I want to know how you were handling it yourself.
Yeah, I think that the best person that I would give credit to around those times would be my wife. She understood the assignment. She got the memo right. And as a man who I believe she knew I was very responsible and I was taking care of my responsibilities, my children and herself and the home. She needed to accept that times were not the same then. She needed to accept that times had changed. And really, she played along, and I'm very grateful to her even now, knowing that those times were really some scary moments. And I'm sure I would also give thanks. I would also give thanks to the staff members who also understood it. So sometimes the little that comes in, that is what I was sharing to these people. Maybe weekly, if something comes in a form of advertisement, I'll still be giving small to everybody. That was helping them. They are in and out.
Okay, let me delve into an area which is not part of this thing with you, but that's come up. You know, number one, for a second, I want to just focus on him. What kind of a leader or presence does he have? Because he was away from 1 year, but he was able to get you guys all inspired, and you kept working and diligently till he came back after a whole year's break with our salary. Is it a charm that he has to have been able to hold the fort through you guys who are on the ground? Is it his charm?
Number one is a charismatic leader. No two ways about that. He is that guy who has a way of inspiring his followers. In fact, if you allow yourself for number one to talk to you to do something, the kind of energy and the vim and the power he would instill in you, you have no idea. In fact, at any time when the whole staff members, when we are down for whatever reason, and he comes to talk to us, we all get energized again. All of a sudden, you see everybody jumping here and there, knowing that, oh, we've spoken to our boss and he's told us what his plans are for the company, what his plans are for us. So to him, I'll call him that charismatic leader who would always give you that power and the vim to forge on, even when you know within you are weak. We'll still get that energy to forge on. And anytime, I remember there was one afternoon, he called from Dubai, and luckily, when he called, almost all the staff members were at the compound. So everybody got to hear a word or two from him. And at that time, trust me, the energy that came to everyone instantaneously for us to get onto the job, you have no idea.
I can almost imagine the charm that he has, because even through the crisis, when the government was clamping down on Menzgold, he was so very vibrant, and most people who had invested in Menzgold even believed him and not the government. Now, looking back from where you are today, do you see him as a person who is generally has charm and is generally interested? Or let me use this word that I should be using. Do you not think maybe this guy was a con man?
In fact, as it stands now, KSM, if you ask me about the modus operandi of Menzgold and whether I understood it or not, I'll tell you I never did. Because one, I was not part of the operations of Menzgold. I never worked with Menzgold. Even as I talk to you, I'm also an investor, or I was an investor at Menzgold. I've also lost money just like some ordinary people have. So sometimes people come on social media to write unnecessary things about Menzgold, and they think you are involved, and they think you are their problem. I tell them that you guys don't even know what you are talking about, because if you know how much me and my wife we lost out of Menzgold investment, you don't even come and write that BS to me, because maybe what I have lost was even more times or many times than what you have lost. So yes, to me, I'm still not sure of what went wrong with the Menzgold business. If you ask me, I don't have any detail, because at the time, Menzgold was operating differently, but I was not even going to Menzgold office to do anything. We were doing our job at the media, and that is how it has become. So it starts now. What he is doing, what he did wrong, and what went wrong. As a matter of fact, Sammy Flex doesn't have any knowledge about it.
Okay. Now you resigned from Zylofon. Was it after he had collapsed? At what point did you decide you were resigning from Zylofon?
I love this part. When I realized that if I am not careful, life will not be the way I want to have life, I decided to open up or start up my Sammy Flex TV channel. At least alongside, when I'm done handling Zylofon issues, I can come home. I got my studio around my house where I'll come home. I employed some people who were doing the technical stuff for me, so I could be, because I had so much content in me. I would just come and do my radio 3 hours, and when I'm done, maybe helping with some managerial stuff here and there. I decided to use the rest of my time to do other things to survive as well. So there was a time, and some new management members who joined the company decided to call me into a meeting. And when I joined the meeting, I asked them, "What are we talking about?" They said, "Oh, they've realized what I'm doing is conflicting with the business of Zylofon Media. So if I want to still be with the company, it means I would have to drop my Sammy Flex TV, or better still, I can change the name from Sammy Flex TV to any other thing. So my brand Sammy Flex, which I am working with Zylofon Media, will not be having any other thing to do, which is also media related." And I told him that no, I'm not going to do that today, and I'm not going to do that tomorrow, and forever I'm not going to do that. So if you think what I'm doing is conflicting with your Zylofon media business, then I quit. Then I am out. In fact, that was how I ended it with them. And ever since, I've told myself, in any media platform that I'll be working with, including my now CTV, I'll still work with you, but my Sammy Flex TV, I keep. Because these media platforms and their management, you cannot trust them and live your own life with them, and not especially at this age of mine. I'm no more young. I'm 40, so I cannot come and live my life for someone, and later the person will come and say this, say that, and you go home with nothing again. I won't do that. So that was what actually caused my exit from Zylofon. And unfortunately, because Sammy Flex was the spirit of Zylofon, when Sammy Flex left Zylofon, Zylofon could not even live 2 months after. The whole media came crumbling or came crashing, and as it stands now, there is no Zylofon TV, there is no Zylofon FM. In fact, the Zylofon FM, Zylofon TV stayed me. When I'm ready, I'll sit. When I'm ready, I'll sit with them one and revive it again.
Fantastic, fantastic. How is Sammy Flex TV doing?
Oh, so far, so very good. So far, so very good. Sammy Flex TV has really been the brand that I'm proud of at the moment. At least
Mm-hmm.
for all my years in the media space, from newspaper to radio to TV. Now
Mm-hmm.
having this makes me feel fulfilled because I was really not known as an online person. I branched from the traditional media, joined the online thing, and as it stands now, I can tell you that it has been very, very helpful to my brand. Everywhere I
Fantastic.
go to, if not for anything, Sammy Flex is known as Sammy Flex TV, and that
Yeah.
KSM, I'm going to hold that one to eternity. We're not leaving it up to go. Even if you go to work at BBC, we'll still do Sammy Flex TV.
I hear you, man. I hear you. I hear you. Well, you've done extremely well, man. I've followed your trajectory all the way to now being on your own. And I'm glad you did whatever you had to do to be there, including breaking off with Zylofon and being yourself and excelling right now. One of the things
True.
you do best, as I was saying in my introduction, is that you are like very, 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 very well versed in the showbiz. You know, right now that the debate seems to be around Ghana, Nigeria, focusing on music. That Nigerians have been able to go global and are making an impact globally. And every time they say that, they will compare to the top guns in Ghana and say the top guns in Ghana are not as near global as the. I saw your program a couple of days ago, and you were actually reading a tweet somebody had put out that had suggested that even if we put all our top guns in Ghana together, they couldn't still compete with one Nigerian who could fill up some
O2 Arena.
Yeah. What's going on with this Ghana can go global and things? Give me your input and explain to me what's going on.
Okay, so KSM, this is what is actually happening. The factors are many. It is not just one factor that is not helping our artists to cross over. The factors are many. Let me see how many I can work with. Number one, we are talking about money. We are talking about how much people or how much investors are injecting into our business. When you come to Ghana, most of our artists are independent artists. When you come to Ghana, most of our artists are doing their music thing with money from their own account, or better still, from friends and family. Or if they have some good benevolent people who will see their talent and say, okay, come and take this to support your talent. That is how the Ghanaian artist is managing or operating his music business. But when you go to Nigeria, these guys have multinationals, record labels who have recognized their numbers. And that moves me into the discussion of numbers. They have seen that these guys have numbers. Their population is good. Their influence, their impact in the market area is so huge. Therefore, when they invest in them, they are sure going to make their money back. So they will surely put money behind whatever they are doing. And the moment there is money in there, obviously, money can overpower any other thing. Now, all the plugs, all the big things that they are doing, without the money influence, they will not be able to do this. And because they know, okay, Nigeria has the numbers. If we are able to tap into the numbers, we are sure going to get our returns back. That is how it has been now.
Quick question. If they know that when they tap into the numbers in Nigeria, they can get the returns on their investment, right? Are they counting on the Nigerian market alone or the Nigerian and global? Because if it's the Nigerian market alone, can they still make their money? Or it's because of the global aspect of that?
Okay, so the secret is that every talent, your breakthrough starts from your home country.
Yeah.
No matter what you do, your breakthrough will start from your home country. Yeah. So Burna Boy, who is a global icon today, did not start being a global icon. He started getting the numbers from Nigerians, either in Nigeria or outside of Nigeria. So if someone is out there The person will know that, oh, even though this guy has not gotten the global recognition now, if you look at his numbers, look at his influence. So if we can join him and add the global strength to what he has been able to gather locally, it means he's going to even blow minds. So yes, it starts from the local base. And like yesterday, I was doing a review on something where I said that if you come to Ghana, just about 34 million people, and you go to Nigeria, who are about 200 and something million people, no matter what, if you put out stuff and people in Nigeria alone decide to even patronize that particular product, the numbers are still going to look heavy.
Yeah.
Compared to how an ordinary Ghanaian artist will put out something and he will get the same numbers. It is not possible. So if you are watching from outside, you will still see these people as the go-to person to do business with.
So what's the way out now for artists to hit those numbers? Is it in collaboration, or what are the other avenues that are open to our artists now, like the Top Guns, to hit the numbers that are being hit by the Nigerians?
In fact, the way out, first of all, is for our guys to still maintain and beat them, as in maintain their talent. Let me start from there, because it is with the talent that is where you would also be attracted to the other people. Now, when your talent is intact, then someone can see you and invest money into you. Of this investment, then they can use the same investment to do collaborations for you. It is a process. Because now, let me use Black Sheriff as an example. Black Sheriff was able to attract some investors in the name of Empire because he is talented. Now, out of his talent and the investment they did for him, they were able to do collaborations for him. They made him do a song with Burna Boy. Now, out of that Burna Boy collaboration, he has been able to step a notch higher above his peers. And he is going there. So it is the talent, it is money, it is collaborations. And if you are able to do all these things together, do it well, one after the other, now we can also catch it. Because when it comes to the competition, our only bet is to get the global audience to come support us. Because our people alone, in Ghanaians, both in Ghana and in the diaspora, they cannot do this competition. So our best bet is to get the diasporans to support us. That a Ghanaian artist will be loved by people in America, a Ghanaian artist will be loved by people in UK, and not only Ghanaians. Even if it becomes Ghanaians alone, then the struggle is still going to be there. Because Ghanaians alone can't do the magic for us. I'm not sure when we go to UK to do a show at the O2 Arena of 20,000 seating capacity, and we even want to rely on Ghanaian audience alone, it is going to be easy for us. How many Ghanaian audience alone will purchase tickets to come and see the show? If you're able to get other love from other countries or other nationals, then it means they are also going to add up to these numbers for us to do this. So it is still the fact that we need to maintain high talent. We need that capital injection. Then out of the two, we'll do collaborations. And these collaborations will shoot us to the globe if you are able to do it right.
Yeah. I've always talked about the numbers, how even when it came to comedy, the reason that it boosted the Nigerian comedy so tall was the numbers that they had.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, final one on this music thing. We have gurus, like you're representing Shatta. He's a big top gun in Ghana, and there's Tomboy, there's Sarkodie. We have some top. How do they compare to their Nigerian counterparts?
The Stone Boys, the Sarkodie, the Shatta, they themselves, they know, and they admit that when it comes to the Nigeria competition, they are really not close to them. They know, and they admit to this. Yesterday, Shatta put out a tweet, and in that tweet, he said, Ghana's music industry is like a feeding bottle, and Nigeria's music industry is like Hennessy bottle. So they themselves, and it is not as if he was talking about some people. He was talking about something that he is a part of. He said Ghana music industry, and he is a great leader in the Ghana music industry. Yet he feels that comparing what we are doing and what they are doing, It is like feeding motto to a Hennessy motto. So they themselves, they admit at the moment, maybe they even be expecting that some bigger financially massive companies will come and work with them. But the question is, those people also see them as such. I'm sure if as it sits, somewhere he is even lucky. He just signed on to Def Jam Africa, which is an affiliate to Universal Music. So to him, yes, I would say he has kind of gotten some kind of partnership with them, and he is enjoying a bit of their support. But the rest of the artists like Shatta, Wale, Sarkodie, they are still doing their independent business. Sarkodie is still out there, you're traveling here and there as an independent artist. Shatta Wale is also here doing his business as an independent artist. If the bigger record labels out there would see the need to collaborate with them, and that is why when you ask me what is the solution, I did not take talent out. I know somebody will not even put talent in, but if they still see that, okay, this is Shatta Wale, he is so talented. The little injection in him will take him to the globe. Then they will come for him. If they realize, oh, your talent is not there, they might not come and just put, because at the moment, no record label is ready to do talent management. No, they are not ready to do talent management. They are not ready to groom you. They are not ready to groom you. What they are ready for is to take your product, start distributing, start publishing, start doing the tours with you so they can make the money. So if you don't have the talent, they are not ready to do that. That is why those guys who they are dealing with, the fact that they still have the numbers, you realize that the talent is there. They have the abilities to compose good songs. They have the ability to perform. They have the ability to deliver. And that has been the magic. So as it stands now, our men, the Sarkodias, the Shatawales, they also need that financial injection into their trade. And if they get this, trust me, they are going to pose a big threat to the competition posed to us by Nigerians out there.
Thank you so much. I can get into this and I'll forget a little bit before we leave because we have just limited time now.
Okay.
I know you're married with 4 kids.
Exactly. Now I have 4.
They're all daughters, eh?
Oh, girls, KSM.
Who's your wife who was so you were picking up for standing with you through the crisis? What's her name?
So at the moment she's Mrs. Grisma.
Okay. And the name of your girls from the
the first one is Emily, followed by Julia. Then I have Adele and the baby, who is Adele, baby Anne or Anne. Anne will be 1 year on Saturday. That is 26th August. So that is how it is. Emily, Julia, Adele, and Anne. These are the 4 girls at the moment. And I want to end it here, KSM. I'm done. Ghana's economy does not support this kind of.
People get into this position, they keep saying, oh, let me try one more for a boy, one more for, before they realize they have 10 girls.
No. If I'm relocating to, say, Canada or US, then I'll try to see if I'll get a boy. But in Ghana, I'm done.
Oh, Sami, great talking to you, man. It's very interesting talking to you. And at some point, you say, oh, Charlie, I'm not young anymore. I'm 40, I'm old. I was like, oh, really? Because for me, what's when you 40? I got to the age now when we are 40, we are small boy, mommy. By the way, congrats.
Oh, no, right? I know. But
hey, a small boy, don't worry about me. Baby, I grow. Do whatever you have to do. 40? Oh.
I know, understand. Coming from you, understand. Understand. There's no debate there.
It's now starting, man. And
I know. 40, they say.
But Sammy Flex, thank you so much for finally getting to host you today. No, I'm
so come.
I'm waiting for you.
We are going to do part 2 or a continuation of this particular one in Cactus Speak Proper.
I hear you.
Very well.
Okay. Thank you very much. And then go back to your busy calls that have been happening all day. And we'll
I
link
know,
up.
right?
Okay.
Sure. Thank you so
Sure,
much.
man.
I shall link up with you some
Cool.
other time. God
Okay,
bless
folks,
you.
God bless you too, Sammy Flex. I was talking to Sammy Flex, and it's been a very, very, very exciting moments I've had with him. But all good things come to an end, and right now I have to say that until I come back next week. And by the way, next week you have seen a little bit of the promos. I'll be hanging out with all those Ghanaians who drove from Accra to London. And then I'm inspired to do things like this. We'll find out next week when they all come to meet me at the studio in Abri to discuss their trip from Accra to London coming next week. In the meantime, KSM saying, I am out of, let the whole world say,